It is 4:32 p.m. and we're tracking a possible tornado in West Alabama. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, and we are live on YouTube at this point, about to go live momentarily on Facebook. We have a tornado warning for Washington County. Possible tornado at Yarbo in Washington County at this point. Again, getting our stream ready to go live as we have a possible tornado over in West Alabama in Washington County. This also does include a part of Clark County as well. And what we're going to do here is turn the feed on Facebook so that we can reach more folks over on that platform as well. For folks in Yarbo, you need to be sheltered. Same thing in Frankville, same thing in Silver Cross. Be in a safe place. Possible tornado is near Yarbo in West Alabama right now. And again, we had a little technical glitch, but we have worked that out, and we are about to go live over on Facebook. Again, we're tracking a possible tornado over in West Alabama in Washington County. Again, just getting everything set up here. Sorry for the delay. Hello. For those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Let's see here. Right, so stand by. For those of you on YouTube, you will see our intro in just a second in terms of the thing that signifies that we're going live on Facebook. So here we go. A tornado warning in West Alabama for Washington County, valid until 5 o'clock. Joining live Facebook coverage starting right now.
Live.
Well, looks like we're going to have to try that again.
Live from Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Megginson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
Got a tornado warning until 5 o'clock for parts of Washington County in West Alabama. This is a possible tornado near Yarbo that's going to be moving to the northeast toward Coffeyville and Clark County over the next few minutes. For folks near Yarbo, be in a tornado safe place now, as we have a possible tornado at Yarbo coming in from the southwest, moving off to the northeast. This also does include a part of Choctaw County over in West Alabama as well. Current time is now 4:35 p.m. The warning's in effect until 5 o'clock. And again, this is a tornado warning, not a watch. And so when it's a warning, we do something about it. We take action to protect ourselves as we have a possible tornado coming in from the southwest into Yarbo, Alabama in Washington County. If you know someone within 5 miles of Yarbo, you call them and let them know that we now have an active tornado warning for parts of Washington County. And again, this is going to be on the board until 5 o'clock local time. Doing this solo for a few minutes until Matthew Morgan joins us. So let's go ahead and zoom in on the storm as it stands right now. Possible tornado is going to be right here near Ellisville and Yarbo. So if you're near Yarbo, be in a safe place. Same thing at Ellisville. Same thing at Bigby, community of Bigby in rural West Alabama in Washington County. You need to be in a safe place. Those are the three communities under the gun from this possible tornado over the next few minutes. I'll show you the rest of the region to say also that we have an ongoing tornado watch for Washington, Clark, Monroe, Conecuh, Escambia, Baldwin, and Mobile counties, valid until 10 o'clock. Several questions about Northwest Florida. A tornado watch is likely to be issued there a bit later. But again, we are here because of this active tornado warning that is on the board for Washington County. This also does include parts of Clark County as well. So again, let's go back into our warning, and here we go. Possible tornado has now passed the state route there north of Chatham, and this is going to be coming up toward Bigby over the next few minutes. So be in a safe place if you're at Bigby or Frankville. This also is going to cross the Tombigbee River and get into Clark County in about 10 minutes or so. And so Tatlersville and Silitpa, you need to be in a safe place now as we have a possible tornado moving in from the southwest. And so again, watching this situation now as of 4:38 p.m. This is one storm. This is the first of what probably will be many. Several other tornado warnings over the last few hours back here in Mississippi. There is a tornado warning south of the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. But again, our one storm that has turned severe this afternoon is here in Washington County. This is a small cell. Washington is a large county. The cell is very small, and so this is now north of Chatham. If you're in Chatham, you're fine. Same thing in Milry, you're fine. No issues in those two communities. And this has officially cleared, as I said a second ago, Alabama Highway 17. So if you're at 17, the thing is now to the east of you, coming out into rural parts of northeastern Washington County, Alabama. And again, for folks in Bigby, you're next in line. You need to be in a safe place now. This is going to come up also on Alabama Highway 69 over in Clark County. And again, we're watching this with vehement intent because this could be producing a tornado now over in West Alabama as of 4:39 p.m. So what we're going to do is kind of work the situation here with different sources. Let me turn on the velocity view so that you'll get a better vantage point of what's going on. And we're now joined by Matthew Morgan. He is in the building, and welcome, Matt. Matt is just getting home from a long trip, and so he has graciously decided to come to work today, and we appreciate that. Good to see you. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this storm. I'll hand you that. And be careful when you turn that back around because that monitor is right there. Matt, if you'll take me back over to radar scope when you can. I know you're turning that around. It is coming up on 4:40 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, and let's go over to radar scope. Do you have that source up? All right, there we go. So possible tornado is going to be right in through here. That's your possible tornado, and this is coming up on Bigby, Silitpa, and areas near Frankville over here in Washington County in West Alabama. This is the only tornado warning that we have on the board across South Alabama and Northwest Florida. And so it's not that I'm ignoring you if you are in Mobile or Pensacola as an example, but we focus on who is in danger. And the best case scenario here would be that this thing kind of goes away. But right now, there's critical evidence that there could be a tornado down coming into Bigby, Silver Cross, and Frankville over in West Alabama. Again, the possible tornado is going to be right here, and it's moving just like that. So this is going to be up on the Tombigbee River between Washington and Clark counties in probably about 10 minutes. And so that's kind of the deal we've got going on now with this tornado warning. Let's go back over to LD1, please. There we go. And again, tornado watch for everyone until 10 o'clock tonight. Yes, there probably will be another watch issued for Northwest Florida. But again, the only thing we've got going on right now is this active tornado warning. And y'all know the drill. Anytime there's a tornado warning, we go live and we stay live until the threat has passed. Possible tornado is coming up on Bigby and Frankville in West Alabama over the next few moments. And Matt, if you will watch those Facebook comments, if you have damage or know of damage, let me know in the comments below. That is always immensely helpful. You may not think it's helpful, I promise it's helpful. And so if you know of any damage, let us know. By the way, we had a tornado yesterday down in Pensacola, Florida. That has been rated EF1. So we had an EF1 unwarned tornado yesterday. This one has a warning on it, and I wouldn't be shocked if there's a tornado down doing some damage over in West Alabama right now. And what we're going to do, Matt, in a second, I'm going to get in that, yeah, there we go. that box. Thank you, sir. And we're going to work this together. If you'll put me in the, actually 1 second. There we go. If you will put me in the box, please, sir. Yeah, there we go. So what we're going to do is kind of drive this. I'm over in a chair right now, and because this is a long duration severe weather event, you're going to see me hopping between here and the wall, but the threat remains the same. Even when I'm in this box, just know we could have some severe issues, and definitely right in through here, there could be a tornado down at Bigby. And so if you're at Bigby over in West Alabama, be in a safe place now. Don't play with this. We could have a tornado down over near Bigby and Frankville. This is going to be coming out here toward the Tombigbee River in about 5 minutes or so. And again, current time is 4:43. This warning goes until 5 o'clock local time, and we'll see what the Weather Service decides to do with it. Tell you what, Matt, if you'll take me over to LD2, let's show a wide view across the region, because just to emphasize, I know it can be a bit alarming sometimes when I'm, up here live, middle of the day, middle of the night, but let me just emphasize, this is the only warning that we have ongoing in Southwest Alabama or Northwest Florida. Yes, there are tornado warnings back in Mississippi, no doubt about it, just south of the Jackson metro, but this is the only tornado warning that we have for parts of our local area. And I'm just looking at a few different sources here to see exactly what we've got going on. Take me back over, if you will, please, to LD1. We'll show you the debris tracker, and I don't see anything in terms of debris that's being lofted, but that is a nasty couplet over in West Alabama. This really is kind of a smaller storm. Not as small as the one that hit Pensacola yesterday. That was a shower. This is, I don't think we have a lightning counter up. Tell you what, Matt, go over to LD2, please. And let's go here. There we go. And let's go in there. I want to show you just how small this storm is. If you put the measurement out here, the actual storm itself is only about 9 miles across. And so very small storm structure overall, and your possible tornado obviously is going to be much smaller than that. And the possible tornado at this point is going to be very near St. Stephen's, the community of St. Stephen's. That was one of the capitals of the state of Alabama years and years ago, I think about 200 years ago. St. Stephen's Avenue, Oscar Taylor Road. This is a really neat tool that allows me to show you some of the road names involved here with this tornado warning. And Elias Creek Road, Peavy's Road, Peavy Landing Road. You are also involved in this tornado warning that is valid until 5 o'clock. All right, so 5 o'clock. Let's also call out some road names across the river in Clark County, because this does include parts of Clark County, Alabama. If you're in Coffeyville, technically you are in this tornado warning. Here's Coffeyville in the middle part of your screen. You go just a bit farther to the south on Alabama Highway 69, and you get to Tatlersville, which is right there. This is a very rural part of West Alabama, and this possible tornado is going to be crossing the Tombigbee south of Coffeyville and really to the northwest of Jackson. And so this has nothing to do with Jackson. Just to reiterate, if you're in Thomasville, if you're in Grove Hill, Fulton, Zimco, Morven, Campbell, Jackson, Toddtown, you are fine right now. Absolutely nothing to do with those communities. The issues are going to be out here towards Coffeyville and Tatlersville over the next few minutes. And again, let's see if we can go back to LD1, please, sir. And we'll show you, yeah, that couplet is still quite visible on the velocity display. Right there in that circled area that I've drawn near Frankville is really where we have the greatest danger zone at this point. Possible tornado is going to cross the Tombigbee in about 5 minutes and get into Clark County. I see we have this is not going to be for our area, but this is going to be a new tornado warning, not for our area though. This is Stone County, Mississippi. And so let me zoom out here and kind of show you what we've got going on, because this is a new warning that is just now coming on the board, and this is going to be for Stone County. Yeah, there it is. So that's going to be a cell that we have to watch eventually, but this is Harrison County, Mississippi, and also Stone County, south of Wiggins, now has a tornado warning in place. And this is a possible tornado in Mississippi that is right there, moving just like that. And so what that means is for folks in Stone County, if you know someone in Stone County, Mississippi, call them, let them know that they have a tornado warning now, and that's going to be valid until 5:15 p.m. So 5:15 p.m., possible tornado coming into Stone County, Mississippi. So we'll watch that one. That one's got a long way to go, but look, these things very well could hold their intensity, and if it does, it could end up being yet another issue later in about 2 hours for Washington County. And so that's one we'll watch, Stone County, Mississippi. But again, we are here because of Washington County, Alabama. Washington County, Alabama. Possible tornado is coming up on the Tombigbee River. And again, St. Stephen's Avenue is involved in this tornado warning, but let me emphasize the community of St. Stephen's is a bit farther to the south, and I'll show you that. You can see that here St. Stephen's is out of the polygon, meaning you don't have to do anything if you live at St. Stephen's right now. But if you're in Bigby or Frankville, you should have been in your tornado shelter about 10 minutes ago. But if you're just now catching this at the last minute, please, we encourage you to be in a safe place if you're at Bigby or Frankville. Same thing at Tatlersville, same thing on Alabama Highway 69. No travel at this point on Alabama Highway 69. Let's just play it safe between Salitpa and Coffeyville. So no travel on 69 between Salitpa and Coffeyville. And the reason is we have this possible tornado about to cross the Tombigbee and come into Clark County. And let me stress, Jackson, Toddtown, McVeigh, areas near Fulton, you're fine right now. You have nothing to worry about in those specific communities. This is specifically for areas near Salitpa, Coffeyville, and also Tatlersville in West Alabama's Clark County. So be in a safe place now if you're near those communities. And Matt, have you seen anything? I have not seen anything in terms of the comments at this point. And keep in mind, let's see, what time is it? It is 4:50 p.m. So we've got about 40 more minutes until the sun goes down. And what that means is once we get into darkness, there is basically zero chance of us getting any reports from this part of West Alabama because it is so rural. The cell service out here is very questionable, to say the absolute least. And so, you know, it's tough getting reports from this part of the world during the day, but at night in particular, it's really, really tough. And again, let me stress, this is the first storm of what could be many storms tonight. We may be here until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe even later than that. So I'm telling you, have a way to hear warnings tonight. We do have an ongoing tornado watch. In fact, Matt, if you'll go to the graphics real quick, let's show you the tornado watch and I'll call you out. If I call your county out, you're involved in the tornado watch. Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Alabama, not Escambia, Florida, Conecuh, Monroe, Clark, Washington. You're involved in the tornado watch. Same thing in Choctaw, Marengo, Wilcox, and Dallas. All those counties, tornado watch for you, valid until 10 o'clock tonight. Let's go back over to LD1, please. This thing is crossing the Tombigbee River right now, and this is going to rapidly be an issue for Clark County, Alabama. So Clark County, Alabama. This is not Mississippi, this is Alabama. There is a Clark County that's right across the line over in Mississippi, but this is Clark County, Alabama. And this is a deal that, let me look at on my high res. Matt, go over to the radar scope source, please. Let's look at that. Yeah, and this thing is broadened out. There may be a tornado down, especially in a parameter space like what we're having right now. And that's a bunch of nerd talk. What that means is the atmosphere in this part of West Alabama is highly conducive for tornadoes. And so I applaud the Weather Service for keeping this warning going. I do the exact same thing they're doing. And there's very few times that I wouldn't. I mean, those guys and ladies down there are the best in the world in terms of issuing these warnings. And so right now the signature is not as defined as it once was. In fact, Matt, let's go back over to LD1 and you'll see that this thing started back in Mississippi near State Line, the community of State Line that is, along US Highway 45. And now it has moved into Washington County. It's in the process of crossing the Tombigbee into Clark County over the next few minutes. And so what the Weather Service is going to do, probably in about 5 minutes, they're going to cancel, most likely, the, in fact, you know what, they may not even cancel it. They may let it expire because this thing, it's coming into an area that, quite frankly, has a little bit more of a stable air mass out ahead of it. And so that's a best case scenario for folks that are downwind of this in places like Grove Hill and Fulton and Zimco. And what else is out here? You got Tallahassee Springs, you got Thomasville, of course, you've got Sand Flat, Springfield, all these areas downwind of this. Just know we're watching this cell and it could be an issue for you in about 20 or 30 minutes, but again, quite frankly, it's a little bit weaker than it once was, it looks like. But with that said, hang out in that tornado-safe place until we give you an all clear. That's what we do around here. Y'all know the drill. If I go silent, just bear with me. I'm looking at 400 different things here in the studio. And Matt, you let me know if you've seen any reports. I have not over the last few minutes, and I'm trying to kind of watch some of these comments on YouTube and on Facebook. I tell you what, the spam is out of control today over on YouTube. Facebook does a better job with spam, but there's still some on there. But look, you know, I've seen no reports. That doesn't mean that we haven't had a tornado. This is a very, very rural part of West Alabama, and keep in mind, Washington County has about 17,000 people total over the whole county. And so this is a very sparsely populated part of West Alabama. That signature is hanging on. It's still there, no doubt. Could be producing a tornado imminently just south of Coffeyville, near Alabama Highway 69. Be in a safe place near Tatlersville over the next few minutes. And Matt, again, just holler at me if you see something. I just have not. For folks near 69 in Clark County, south of Coffeyville, north of Salitpa, you need to be in a safe place. Alabama Highway 69. And let's look downwind of this because County Road 3, you're involved in this. Wilson Circle, you would be next if we get a new tornado warning. I'm not saying we will, but just know I'm putting you on notice. We could get another tornado warning soon in parts of Clark County, near Reedy Hill Road, near the community of McIntyre, Chilton. You would be next if this cell prompts another tornado warning. So far it has not, but we're about to find out. The rubber is going to meet the road, per se, as we'll see what the Weather Service decides to do. But again, just looking at this, I really don't think it's going to be extended because it's just weaker. There is broad rotation, but it would be hard to get something down at the surface with a look like what you're seeing on the screen. Now, could it happen? Yes. We saw a classic example yesterday down in Pensacola of a storm that overperformed to the nth degree. And so just, you know, hang out in that safe place for the next few minutes near Tatlersville, just north of Salitpa. Here's one thing I can do. If you're in Washington County, let's talk about Washington County real quick. We'll give you an all clear for now in Washington County. Washington County, Alabama, does not matter where you live. Yarbo, Frankville, Silver Cross, all clear. You're done right now in Washington County. Clark County, you're still under the gun. And we could have a tornado imminently over the next few minutes in Tatlersville or Salitpa. But again, that signature is broadening out. That's great news. And Matt, have you seen anything over the last few moments? I haven't either. All right, this is going to be out of our area, but I see the Weather Service is issuing a new tornado warning for Stone County, and so that's going to be a continuation. Let me take you over there real quick. Possible tornado is south of Wiggins, moving northeast. That's one we'll have to watch a bit later. Just got a message from our Weather Service partners, and they are going to allow the tornado warning for Clark County to go away. Excellent news. That is phenomenal news. So we're about to be in a situation where we have no tornado warnings across South Alabama or Northwest Florida. But let's hang out here just to make sure they're not going to issue a new one. I don't think they will, based on the signature and based on the fact that this cell is going into more of a stable air mass up here in the northern part of Clark County. Now, with that said, if you're watching from Thomasville, you're going to have some storms over the next 30 to 45 minutes. But with this look, I don't think you're going to have tornado issues over the next few minutes, as this thing is weakening as it moves northeast. So that is phenomenal news. So again, Thomasville, Opine, Chilton, also areas near Tallahassee Springs. You are going to have some general thunderstorms over the next few minutes, but it looks like the tornado threat is going away. Let me go back over to radar scope, please, and let me have a look at that from here. Yeah, and it's just broad. I mean, this is going out of the polygon. Perfect timing, by the way. They did a marvelous job on that polygon. Expiring at 5 o'clock. And again, we can tell you that the threat is diminishing. The tornado threat in this specific storm is diminishing in West Alabama right now. And again, it's going into more of a stable air mass. So we got one more minute officially, and we're about to be at 5 o'clock. And once we get to 5 o'clock, we could have more issues back in Mississippi. Later, we're probably going to have a line of storms coming through West Alabama and ultimately Northwest Florida and South Central Alabama as well. And so buckle up. This is going to be a long ride. We'll have updates posted in the Red Zone Weather app even when we're not on Facebook Live. So again, watching this situation, got about 30 more seconds on this tornado warning, and I'll give you an all clear. Just looking at this, I want to make sure that it doesn't strengthen, but again, I suspect they are going to let this go, and yeah, they have. They've let it go. So, yeah, and it's weak. I mean, there is just nothing there that would support a tornado at this point. So let's go back over to LD1, and what we're going to do is kind of close out for now, and we'll come back if we have more tornado warnings. So just a few more seconds. It is now 6 o'clock in the east. It is 3 o'clock out west, and it's 5 o'clock here in South Alabama and Northwest Florida, where we have now no tornado warnings for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, joined alongside Matthew Morgan, with us fresh from, where have you been? Melbourne, Florida, over the last few days. And so he's just now getting back. So glad to have him back. Thank you for coming along for the ride over the last 30 minutes. Had a tornado warning for parts of Washington and Clark counties. That is now gone. All clear for Washington and Clark counties in West Alabama. The tornado warning has come to a close. More showers and storms over the next several hours. I suspect we'll have more tornado warnings later, and so have a way to hear warnings. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm Spinks Megginson with Matthew Morgan saying goodbye for now. We'll be back when more warnings are issued.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.